I was running pretty low on water, but I hit a stream first thing, which is perfect. All right, this looks like the trail. I'm on day 3 of my reroute around the root fire. Day 1 was getting off the PCT at Cabin Creek and hiking into McLeod. Day 2 was hiking from McLeod to Mount Shasta to Lake Siskiyou. And then today, day 3 is, I'm pretty sure I'm on it now, hiking the Sisson-Callahan trail, which will connect me right back to the PCT. And I'll be back on the PCT today. I did enjoy my road walks yesterday, but it does feel really good to be back on dirt trail again. Well, I have a lot of climbing to do to get back up to the PCT this morning. I'm following this creek all the way up, I think. That's a huge riverbed, and I'll have plenty of water whenever I need it. Well, that was really fun. I just saw a Nobo hiker who I met way back in Tehachapi. How many miles ago was that? Like 800 miles ago, and I haven't seen them since then. So it was really great fun to catch up with them, and I think they also might be some of the only PCT hikers on this stretch of trail because so many people have skipped between Mount Shasta and Ashland. I just screamed because I almost stepped on a frog. He was on that little rock right where my foot was going. Fortunately, I saw him just in time and he had enough time to jump into his little pool. There's a license plate from 1938 in this tree. The deadfall lakes are down in there somewhere. I'm still on a reroute, but it took me up over this really pretty pass. It must be near a parking lot because I have seen heaps of day hikers today, like 20. There's deadfall lakes in there. Woohoo! I'm back on the PCT. Yeah. Okay, oatmeal today is the quick soak steel cut oats, which I soaked like over maybe 2 hours ago, so they're already nice and soft. And then for flavoring, I'm just doing breakfast essentials. Get a little sweetness and some chocolate, and then cranberries. And I forgot that I still had some trail mix left, so I put that in there too. All right, it's time to see if my muffin plan will work. I took a whole thing of 4 muffins and I squished them flat, but now I'm not sure if I'm gonna find out if I can get them apart to eat them. I'm eating my muffin with a spoon. I think too much is lost with this method. Too much muffin is stuck to the paper and it's really hard to separate it when it's been squished like this. Feels so good to be back on the PCT. It's like meeting back up with an old friend. And so my reroute total was about 42 miles or so over some trail and some road. And the PCT, had I taken it, would have been about 52 miles. So my route was about 10 miles shorter, but fairly even. And I don't even smell smoke from the root fire. I haven't even seen it. Like, the air has been pretty clear. I haven't had a chance to check watch duty again, so it might be even more contained than it was a day ago. But anyways, now that my reroute is completely done, I can say that I really liked my route. I think it went super well, and I would do it again. I think I might be in the Trinity Mountains, certainly the pass I was up at earlier. There's been tons of this neon yellowy green lichen. Definitely got some thunderclouds brewing today. Also, the trail's gonna go all in a big arc around this valley, so I'll be over there at some point. I think over there are the Trinity Alps. I don't know. That one in the back, way back, might be Sawtooth and then Caribou. I'm not sure though. Either way, I don't think I'd go anywhere really near them. They're too far south. Now we're doing a huge loop in here, I think. There it is, PCT. And then maybe there it is again, PCT. I'm on my break eating these Carolina Thai chili chips that I 100% bought because I liked the graphic design, but they're pretty good. What a strange little giraffe neck bug. Clumsy too. Come on, bud. Oh, buddy. Oh, okay. There you go. He's in shock. I can see Mount Shasta again. I finally made it around the, I think of it as the hot bowl, because there's lots of sun and no clouds for some reason, and you go all the way around the rim of the bowl. So I went all the way around, all the way back here, and now I'm facing again the parking lot somewhere over there, and the Deadfall Lake's in there. Ooh, we've got blackberries, red berries, green berries. I'm gonna come and look at that view. All right, there's the valley I came from. Coming over this pass, note the blue sky. And then coming over the pass, and then this is what's ahead. Yeah, and apparently lightning in there. The light on these clouds is just like giving them such beautiful definition. Did I mention that all of the storms and lightning and rain and things that I can see is directly west, which, if it follows the rule of storms in the US West Coast, means it should be coming directly my way. I just passed a very exciting personal milestone for me. It was my personal 10,000 miles hiked on long distance trails. Ah! And I've been so excited for that one for such a long time, for years. But it's 2,652 miles from the Pacific Crest Trail, 2,190 miles from the Appalachian Trail, 2,792 miles from the Continental Divide Trail, 406 miles from the Oregon Coast Trail, 420 miles from doing the Washington section of the PCT again, And all of that, 10,000 minus all of that, is 1,540, I think. I've done my math right. And I just passed, actually 1,550 because I did 10 miles less. But anyways, I know for sure now that I have done 10,000 miles. And that is crazy to me. Also, what a cool setting for that to happen. The sky is still stunning. 10,000 miles hiked. I mean, obviously I've walked more than that in their life, because I think everybody actually walks the circumference of the earth, which is like 25,000 miles in their lifetime, just by walking normally. But this is my extra 10,000. And I do wonder if that makes me an expert at thru hiking, because what's the rule for expert? If you put 10,000 hours into something, that makes you an expert. Or that's how much you need. And I do hike 3 miles an hour often, so maybe I do need to actually get 30,000 miles before I'm an expert at thru hiking. Anyways, just such an exciting day for me. I'm sitting down for a break and a meal, and I may have just recreated a very devilish concoction that has made me very sad in the past. So I used to live in Korea for a little bit, and incredible country. They do commit garlic bread blasphemy on the regular. I cannot tell you how many times I have gone into a bakery looking for something salty, savory, snacky, crunchy, and I see garlic bread and I go, oh, garlic bread. And then I take a bite and it's sugar. It's pure sugar. And the only word I can think to describe that is betrayal. Just utter betrayal. And it has fooled me multiple times because I would forget about it, or I would think it would be different that time. But no, garlic bread is and always will be a sweet treat over there. But anyways, I found this garlic spread very exciting. But then the carb that I chose to put it on is Hawaiian sweet rolls, which are delicious, and I squished them totally flat and they're really good. But this is gonna make sweet garlic bread. All right, I've created it. Okay, well, at least out in the backcountry, it's satisfying. Up here is another junction with the Sisson-Callahan trail. It keeps kind of departing from the PCT and then coming back. There's the valley I was just in. Here's the saddle. And there's my valley of storm clouds. Oh, that is so pretty. And I can see my trail. Just past the saddle and the junction is another place where I have camped. I'm pretty sure that tent spot was mine. And then there were a few more in here. And then there's a little stream just up the trail. Yeah, this was a really pretty site, actually. Sometimes I'll get to old tent sites. I love revisiting them, but they'll look totally different from what I remember. But this one, for some reason, is exactly the same as my mind's memory. Maybe because I'm getting here at the same time at sunset and same time of year. Obviously, I've been passing the Sobos. I haven't seen any in a while, but this is my past Sobo self is now further south than I am now, but still kind of in the same area at this time. There's a super cool shaft of light just piercing right down. I just love when you can see where your trail is going. It's just cutting right across this guy. Something really big in those trees. There's just this suddenly really dark rock. Now I'm on the really rocky mountain, and over there is where I was when I was looking over here and saying how much I love being able to see the trail. That's some sort of really cool, it's like a very green crystal vein thing. The moon is so big, so bright tonight. Oh, there it is. There's the trail. There's a little stream up that way. And down here, there's one tiny little itty bitty spot for a tent. And it's small. So this was a really tight pitch. So my tent ended up really close to the ground, but it fits. Also, there was a deer, the same deer that I saw. He came by and got water, and then he came right here and just stared at me. And I think he's still like right over in there. So I wonder if I'm near his laying down spot for the evening.